Evening, everyone. October 10th, 2019. It is my official new comic book day since my comics didn't come yesterday to my local comic book shop. But they came yesterday today, and so that's all that matters. Good puppy. All right, I got actually a bit of stuff. 2 packages and a few things. I don't know, a little bit. So, shall we get started? First up, I got 6 books from, there's 2 new long boxes full of dollar books, and so I got to look through them, and I found 6 books that I liked. So, Superman, number 316. Nice, cool cover. I liked a lot of the green in this thing, so I got it. Only one thing wrong with this I didn't realize until I brought it home is there's a chunk missing in one of the pages about yay big. You know, it looks like a panel was cut out. I mean, it happens, right? It's only $1, and I'm not complaining about that. Now, if it was this book, on the other hand, that one was an okay story. It was like, but I loved reading this one. Action Comics number 494. With Halloween right around the corner, I got a scary ghost cover. And Lois Lane being scared out of her wits. So it was actually a very good story. Only bad thing about this one is the fact that I'd have to buy $4.95 to know the second half of the story. That's the only bad thing. You know, only bad thing about that book to complain about. Got a Fantastic Four, $2.98. Or should I say the Fantastic Five, considering it has Reed, Sue, Johnny, Ben, and the She-Hulk. So, very cool. Then I also found The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 34. Killer Frost Lives Again. I like this for its whole Secret Wars, you know, Hulk holding the mountain up, you know, Firestorm holding up a iceberg, I'd take it. And 35. Killer Frost is quite attractive. She has such a cold expression. And I like the last dollar book, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, number 9. The Secrets of Superman's Costume. This cover really spoke to me. All the different costumes Superman's worn, you know, his rebirth, you know, Return of Superman. The face is when he was Electric Blue. This is when he was just Kal-El. When he was fighting when he was fighting Doomsday for the second time. That Apocalypse armor one. The Powerless Superman. The Man of Steel. Bunch of cool guys. It's really, really cool. All right, now to the new stuff. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you here. And Steven Spock, nice to see you. And the Uncanny X-Men True Believers, first Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. I had a chance to buy this one if I wanted to from Reggie's channel. You know, when he upgraded from a 7.5 CGC to I think it was a 9. But the story didn't interest me enough. So, but for $1 book, I can have it. You know, since Kitty Pryde's one of the cool guys, one of the cool girls, should I say, of the X-Men. All right. Now, I couldn't call myself a Spiderman fan if I did not get this book today. Amazing Fantasy 15. Simile. Closest I'm going to have to the original for a while. I do have that single page, and I have seen the single page in here, so I can prove that it's from it. I'm going to get at least I think 3 more, or no, 2 more of these. I have one coming from another store that I like to buy stuff from, and another one I bought on eBay when I first found it. And then hopefully, I want to submit one, hopefully to get a 9.8, because it'd be cool to have this graded as a 9.8. Although if I wait long enough, I'll definitely just buy the 9.8. I'll spend a little bit more money just to buy a 4th copy of this book. I mean, why not, right? I love Spider-Man. It's so cool to finally have this book. So cool to finally have this book in my collection. This, the books I've seen so far, was a disappointment for me. Superman 16. I don't like the young kitty feel of the illustration in interior. I mean, this is the first time I bought a Superman book and kind of regretted it. That's it. I could have skipped this one, this issue 16, and been happy with it. Been happy to. Or would not have cared, should I say. But I bought it. It's a nice cover. It was a nice story. I just didn't like the artwork inside. Same reason I didn't get the Silver Surfer Black. I just didn't like that Laffy Taffy artwork style. And that just reminds me of it, and I didn't like it. But I have it now, so it's part of the collection. All right. The conclusion to the saga, or the story, Powers of X, number 6. The regular cover. Can't wait to find out how it happened, what went on in the story, how it ended. And this is the foreshadowing variant cover. I don't know who that is. I thought someone mentioned Sunstroke, Sun something. Although I kind of wanted to guess it was Franklin Richards. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman's son, Franklin, mentioned in the first House of X number 1. Because I don't know who's powerful enough to make all the mutants kneel before him. But I have a feeling we're going to get an answer in Dawn of X. XMen 1, Dawn of X. So, that's cool. And Amazing Spider-Man number 31, the Mary Jane cover. I just was a big fan of the regular one. Yo, Bake, what's up? What's happening, man? Hey, if you're free, I can send you an invite. You can hop on. I have some other cool stuff to show. A couple more stuff to show after these last 2 books. So it's the cream of the crop. But I like this Mary Jane cover. A lot of red on this cover. I'm here, but can't type. I'm taking apart some Legos. Good to be here. Okay. Just be careful you don't step on them. But really, really cool. All right. And last but not least, the Dr. Doom number 1. Really cool full face on there. I don't think I'm going to get more than just the first one. Hey, Mr. Gretzky, how's it going? Good to have all you guys here. So, all right. The last 2 books came from eBay. I bought this one. I bought both of them on this last week. My eBay bucks came in, and so I was looking for a good book to get so I can get it almost free, if not totally free. And I had several options, and then I decided to go with this one. And then I had a couple to choose from between that. And so I didn't get it entirely. I didn't get it free, but I didn't spend the full price either. Amazing Spider-Man, number 61, 4.0. First cover appearance of Gwen Stacy. Really cool. So, Anyone in the chat want to take a guess on how much money I spent on this? Real quickly, just have some fun. You could definitely use a clean. All the white areas are dirty. You know, like looking up at a cloud and hints of gray on the sides. I don't know how I'd clean it. 30 from Gretzky. It's a good number. That wear on the purple is the only real eye appeal or takeaway other than the dirtiness of the white. So, but yeah, it was for it was because I was looking at several things. 22, good price too. I was looking at several books, you know, and I'd sent out several offers, seeing who was the first person to actually bite, and this person answered, and it was, or actually, no one answered. All the people I sent offers to, one or two never answered me. One person answered, but it was after I already accepted this one because I found this one. It was 4.0, and it was for sale for $28 and like $5 shipping or whatever. So total came out to $33.86. So I applied my eBay bucks, and it brought it all way down. So I did overpay for this book. I paid 73 cents for this book from eBay. So I definitely overpaid on the cover. 73 cents. I'm ashamed I overpaid. But yeah, 4.0, 75 cents, 73 cents. Not bad if I do say so myself, right? Really nice book. Now I just need to get, for sure, the first cover appearance of Mary Jane Watson. I have her in Marvel Tales. But I don't have her on the original cover. That was another book I was debating on doing. Do I get the cover appearance of Mary Jane first, or do I get a cover appearance first Mary Jane or first Gwen Stacy? And I just decided Gwen Stacy. You know, maybe it was the yellow cover or the all yellow color. Don't know. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Welcome. All right. Last but not least, this book could use a press. If I ever cracked this and had it pressed, I bet, because it's wavy inside the case, you know. So if I would bet that if I cracked this and sent it in, or pressed it and sent it in, I could get a bump, at least half a grade bump. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if a comic is wavy, like it's water damaged, although it's not water damaged at all, but if it's wavy, it could count against it, right? Because it's not lying flat. But this book was an upgrade because technically I already own it, but it's coverless. I bought a bunch of coverless books and a lot cheap. But ever since his first appearance in Spider-Man: Homecoming, I wanted the cover because it's really cool. It's one of his villains' uniforms. I liked his cover. I liked his costume. All right, it's low grade, but it's a lot higher than it was the other copy I have. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 46, CGC 2.5. First appearance of the Shocker. First appearance origin of the Shocker, and Peter moves into the apartment with Harry Osborn. So it has a missing piece, a little piece of missing right there in the corner. Color, a little bit of the flake of the cover, the color right there on the side of Shocker's face. And looks like something there with water or chunk, kind of a crunch. See if I can get the angle right. It's hard enough, this StreamYard. right there near his foot. You can see that. Anyway, what the back looks like. This is actually one of my more favorite back covers for my ASM books. Maybe it's because Spider-Man's actually on the back cover. Yeah, I love early Spider-Man 2. In fact, I just got Amazing Spider-Man, or should I say, ordered, should I say, off of a Facebook stream sale. Amazing Spider-Man 51, so second appearance of the Kingpin. So just need to finish paying for it, and it'll show up show up here in a little bit. You know, you guys will see when it finally comes in the mail. So, but yeah, definitely some cool books. Really, really cool books in the mail. It's not the original, but still my favorite book to get for the day. The facsimile. I have a couple of copies coming from a couple of different places. I want to get that 9.8 because I want to see this. I want to see this sitting on my wall. I'll hang out on my wall, you know, just with a 9.8 instead of a 5.0. But I just want this hanging on my wall. You know? It's so cool just to see that sitting there. I showed this yesterday in my video. You know, last Ditko cover in Amazing Spider-Man 38. So, yeah, that was really cool. Cannot wait to have more ASM. I love my books. Love my Amazing Spider-Man. So, yeah. But like I said, this one here, see if I can get the angle right. You can kind of see some in the corner here. You can see a little bit of waviness, I think. You might not see it very well. Sorry about the bright spot. All right, it's the best I can do right now. You can see the waviness in it right here, above and below Superman, and right there near below the shocker, or right here near my finger. So this could be pressed. This for sure could be pressed. And maybe I could get a 3.0 or higher if I send it to be pressed. That is far from my list of priorities right now. I'm happy just to have it. Like I said, my first copy, is coverless. So this is a huge grade bump, regardless of the other one. So really, really cool. All right. Nothing else to really talk about right now. Does anyone have any questions for me? You know, I'll be happy to answer any questions. You know, about my collecting. If anyone has a few questions, I mean, I know some people watch my channel, or you guys watch my channel, and you chat with me here in the comments and leave comments. But does anyone have a question or two that I can answer now that I'm on live stream? You know, I'll wait around for a little bit longer. You know, just to be polite and whatnot. You know, have a little fun answering a few questions. You know, it's always fun to ask questions of questions to like Reggie and all that on his channel and all that, asking questions and hear his thought process. Really cool. Today was a long day. I was just it seemed like it was dragging on forever. Slow, and work was boring. Any specific issues of ASM I'm on the hunt for? Let's see. Let me go to my cheat sheet. On my list here, I have them circled. So I have keys circled. Well, I'm always on the hunt for 110, the first Gibbon, ever since I got into that thing on Reggie's channel. I like villain covers. Let's see. Oh, I'm on the hunt for 700 and 600 because I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 800. So I like those 100 issues. So it's one of those little small run things. Otherwise, I'm trying to get this. I try and get stuff around my certain characters. Like I said, when I was on the hunt I was getting things like keys of Green Goblin. First appearance, his origin, first appearance, Norman Osborn without being Green Goblin, death of Green Goblin. I just need only the last book I could tie into Green Goblin right now that I can think of that's early is Death of Gwen Stacy. I found the Marvel Tales at a garage sale for $1. That was awesome. I also found a What If number 10, first Jane Foster as Thor. Really cool. Hey Perry, welcome. And Darryl, good evening. Glad to have you guys here. Yeah, I just showed some comics off, and now we're kind of doing a few questions if anyone had any questions. How many Spider-Man books do I have? Well, it depends. I think I have. I turned my phone off so I wouldn't get interrupted with phone calls. It's been ringing off the hook recently. I want to say in the volume 1, which is my primary focus, 1 through 441, I have at least 150, if not close to 200 by now. So that's really cool. I mean, but I'm definitely making my way up there. I'm like 25%, 28% of all ASM from 1 to the current one and collecting. So I'm making my way slowly but steadily. I got the 5th printing 700. I'm getting graded. I see a lot of, yeah, that's cool. I kind of want the one that's the collage one. That's the one I find like that's cool. What's the biggest favorite book in my collection? Do you mean biggest like valuable or because the biggest book in my collection? I mean, I don't count my single page of Amazing Fantasy 15, because it's a single page. It's definitely pretty big. And it's definitely a grail. Because I have other books at CGC currently. I have Fantastic Four 48 at CGC. I have Amazing Spider-Man number 14 at CGC. I say as of right now in this room, my single biggest book in my collection is Amazing Spider-Man number 2, CGC 1.0. Unfortunately, as in my collection. Unfortunately, right now it's for sale because I need to raise like a couple $1,000, and unfortunately, some of my valuable books have got to take one for the team so I can pay some people back that were kind enough to help me out when I was in a jam. So, do you plan on getting any DC books coming up? Harleen has been great. So is Batman, Crystal White Knight. It's funny, when I started collecting, I was I was pretty much all DC because my favorite superhero growing up was Superman. Superman was my man, awesome guy. And so when I first started collecting comic books, I was getting Action Comics. I think it started with the Brian Michael Bendis kind of the storyline is when it started in 2018 here, and so I got Action Comics, and I got Superman, and I got back issues of those books, and I got Spider-Man. A little bit of Spider-Man, I think. Although I was getting mostly DC stuff, but then when I got really into Spider-Man, my things shifted. I went from a DC guy to a Marvel guy. Literally, that's just my passions when they take over really drive me. And so I went from DC to Marvel, and if it's not Action Comics or Superman, I don't really collect DC. I do collect some Flash, and I've gotten some Batman. But it's just and I have some Harley Quinn books, back issue. But otherwise, not really. The Curse of the White Knight and Harleen, those Black Label magazine size books. No. Hey, Discovery Bay, how's it going? But yeah, otherwise than that, that's just I'm not into those. I'm not into DC much, other than just occasional books that catch my eye. You know what I mean? Yeah, it definitely is a grail. Just hopefully, I can raise the money some other way and not have to sell that book. But if it sells, someone else will have to give it a good home. I was all Marvel growing up. Spider-Man was my favorite. Their books haven't been that great. He's in their hand. I understand. It's not the best storyline right now, but it's still good. I mean, I like Spider-Man, or it's still good for me. Spider-Man is someone I can really relate to as an adult. Someone who's struggling to do the right thing, struggling under responsibility, having all these hard choices. I mean, that might be heroes in general, but Spider-Man was really Spider-Man hits here for me. And that's why you see a lot of Spider-Man in my collections. So, I have given it a try, or at least I did the Batman Down books. I have all 3 of those. The Superman one, I quit after the first one. I hated it. I hated it, and it takes a lot for me to hate Superman. And so, but I flip through them. But if it doesn't catch my eye in 5 seconds, I don't get it. Just because I don't have much money to freely spend like that, and I can't get every book that catches my eye. Dropped DC and 2016 for new books, and Marvel dropped a few. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Joe. Yeah, it's not the best either. Like I said, it is what it is. But yeah, JB, you did miss pretty much everything. But you missed everything in my on the haul. But I'll show you the 3 books that were the best for today. Had to get it. I have 2 or 3 more coming. I literally got this for 75 cents on eBay. We use my eBay bucks. First, Gwen Stacy on the cover. And first appearance and origin of the Shocker in 46. So those are the 3 main books. Otherwise, you'll have to rewind. I mean, I might do a quick recount at the end, but yeah, that's the top 3. All ASM. Who could have seen that coming? Not me, that's for sure. Have I looked into the Ghost Rider series or Absolute Carnage? They've been awesome too. Only downside is that's definitely the downside. I've looked a little into the Ghost Rider, haven't looked too far into it. And as far as Absolute Carnage, I bought the Carnage 1, but I didn't buy any more. I got my Carnage through the only Carnage I've got since number 1 is the tie-ins for 30 and 31 here. So, yeah, I gotta love the low number ASM covers. Yep, gotta love those. But, yep. Let's see. Ghost Rider number 2 is a good issue to get. That's cool. And I like your picture. That's really cool. Are you puppies behaving over there? My dogs. They like to get into mischief. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? No, I can't think of anything. I have a few more subscribers left before I hit 250, so I need to get my a video prepped and all that for the contest to do the video. It's really cool. It's gonna be similar. It's kind of a cross between Barrel Island Comics Royal Guard contest and my 100 subscriber contest that I did. You know, it's basically matching up or who would win in the sense, kind of sort of. You know, you're building a team. You're building a team to fight this other team, and I'll explain more there. No, I have not seen it. I don't think I don't think I managed to catch it at all. I mean, it sounds interesting, but you know, the last trailer I remember seeing was the stuff for the Joker, and I just need to catch my interest. I don't know. I might watch it, but I'm not gonna spend. I might watch the Joker, but I'm not gonna spend, you know, $9 for a ticket, $10 for popcorn and a drink. You know, if I'm gonna spend $20 on a movie, I'm gonna buy it at Walmart and keep it forever. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just answered that question. But like I said, I saw the trailers. The first one was like didn't look good. Second one made it look better. But again, it's $20 I'm not spending yet. You have ASM 55 yet? Let's see, ASM 55. Actually, it looks like I do. Where is it? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get my list here. Let's see. Oh yeah. I'll have to go over there to get it. It's a partial cover. It's missing the, you know, Doc Ock's missing his forehead. You know, it's one of those where the like a coupon or article or whatever on the front of the back of the front inside the front cover. So it's a 2/3 of the cover there. So it's part of that. It was part of that coverless and lower grade lot. Peace out, Johnny. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that's a good cover too. The new Joker, my kids thought was great on the dark side of DC. Yeah, that's what I've heard. If you're looking for a happy story or a feel good or something, you're going to the wrong movie. From what I've heard of people, it's that you're watching a man go insane. You are witnessing the origin and the creation of the Joker. It's a sad, creepy story from what I heard. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, my opinion was like when I saw the trailers was next. But everyone I know who's seen it or heard talk about it is giving nothing but rave reviews. So yeah, the media or people's perceptions are different and don't give it justice apparently. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been 30 minutes, and it's been fun. Thank you guys for the questions. It was fun. I think I'm gonna have to do one of these. I'm gonna have to schedule one of these Q&A kind of sessions. This has been a lot of fun to answer questions like this. So I'll have to figure out when to do something like that and have see if I can get JB on Discovery Bay to put it on a show. That way you can that way he can that people can be ready and see it. So, but yeah, this has definitely been a lot of fun with these Q&As. Definitely been a lot of fun. So, we'll do a real quick recount, lightning speed for everyone, and then we'll get out of here. So, from the dollar bin, Superman 316, Action Comics $4.94. I really enjoyed this one. It's like the ghost cover. Nice for Halloween. Have a good night, Mark. Thank you for joining us. Fantastic Four, $2.98. Hey man, I've been making my own comic collection videos and the comic book day hauls. Could you give a shout out and help me out? Yeah. Definitely give comic collector here a visit. I think I've seen a few of your stuff, but if not, I'll definitely swing by your channel afterwards. Comic collector. We all need to support each other, right, in this community. This is a family. Fury of Firestorm, Nuclear Man, 34 and 35. But yeah, we definitely need to Superman, Man of Tomorrow, number 9. We definitely need to stick together and help each other out. Make each other's channels grow. Uncanny X-Men, True Believers, first Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. Superman 16. The only book I would rather not have bought, after reading it. Powers of X, number 6 of 6. The regular cover and the foreshadowing variant. Hey, Rob Wurst, how's it going? Good to see you. I've been watching your Wednesday shows. They're interesting to watch. You have a great way that you describe things, and it's kind of like listening to a favorite uncle. Hey, Burke, how's it going? Tell a cool story. Amazing Spider-Man, Mary Jane cover, 31. Doctor Doom, number 1. Amazing Fantasy 15, the first of many in my collection. And Amazing Spider-Man, number 61. First Gwen Stacy on the cover. And Amazing Spider-Man, number 46. First appearance and origin of the Shocker. Or the Shocker. Cool. Yeah, and feel free to give me some feedback on my stuff and how I could improve. No problem. I can give my advice. I'm hardly the expert. When it comes to other people's channels like Reggie's and Chris on We Love Comics, I feel like I'm wholly inadequate. And that other people do things so much better. But to each his own. This is my rhythm, how I do things. So it could be better, it could be worse. It is what it is. Thank you, Darryl. I definitely appreciate it. Do appreciate you guys coming out here and all that. So, all right, that's it for today. Have a good night, everyone. And as usual, happy collecting. This is Mr. Comics signing off. See you soon.